going on.
In all the
No representative of Maharashtra state is stopping.
Anand Ranganathan, 1 minute. Anand Ranganathan, I want to get you in. Anand Ranganathan, I want you to read this letter. And we are talking about an emotional man. An emotional man, and this letter, the family says, was written in front of Rhea. And it was written in April last year. And just read the letter. If I read the letter, and if you heard me at the beginning of the show, you know, the letter for my best Sona Chidiya, from the immense width of my soul to the depth and web of my knowledge, and then the deserving keeper of my mother's light. In the dark unfolding of any judgment, you are my marker and you are my fact. And then you, my ravishing sister, are also my pauses in my betweens, between love and respect. Your confused bhai. You know, this is the relationship between brother and sister. Why don't, you know, normally conspiracy theories are said Hindi film se aayi hai, but here we are talking about a Bollywood plot. Wasn't it possible that Rhea was jealous of this love?
Good evening, Navika. I think, you know, it's not for me to say, but what I can say is that the letter, the words were heartrending. And incidentally, when you started your show, you actually hit the nail on the head. Because on one hand, you have Miss Rhea Chakrabarti crying out, you know, and castigating people for conducting a media trial, which is what she's actually doing in her favor, selectively leaking these things and, you know, making Sushanth as if, you know, some sort of a bipolar schizophrenic. But I don't understand one thing. Why does Rhea want the case to be handled by the CBI when the Mumbai Police registered an FIR an hour after they found the body with suspicious injuries and no suicide note? When they sealed the crime scene immediately and carried out a detailed forensic examination? When they arrested the person who leaked the photos, when they took the written statement of the man who was the first on the scene and allowed to walk around it, when they started probing within 2 days the financial angle after they registered the FIR to probe massive bank transfers, possibly to fraudulent companies, when they went to Bihar to take Sushanth's father's statement, when they probed the connection between Sushanth's death and death of his secretary a week before, when they probed all these things, why did Rhea want a CBI probe? But to be serious, there was an awkward moment in the Supreme Court today. Please give me 30 seconds, Navika. When Rhea's counsel was asked about, you know, by the bench, but didn't you yourself want the case to be transferred to the CBI? The reply was revealing. Yes, they said they did, but only from Mumbai Police to the CBI. What this implied was that the Maharashtra government would have had to request the transfer. And we know this is something they would never do. Why would they? Given that they are turning a blind eye to all these botch-ups, including not filing even an FIR after 2 months. Revealing also, because one would have thought she'd want the best possible agency to handle this case, no matter what the route that is followed to get that agency to handle this case. Also, once the CBI